fan. Mics aren't on. Hey, there we go.
Talking dirty. And
Did you recently take
check.
this stuff
Check.
down?
Huh?
Didn't the switches used to be up here?
No, it's been down.
Took them down like...
It's been a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I
before
know.
Christmas.
Oh.
I thought it was like 2 years ago.
Okay, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
We don't have a whole lot on the agenda, you know.
You're... Shit. Here. Talk in yours. Is your mic all right?
Check.
I think.
Check.
Okay.
I think I'm okay.
What does channel 4 go to?
We need a...
KMOV.
What is one subject we could talk about that could be, we could dive into?
Major League Baseball on Facebook?
That's exciting.
Stop it.
That'll last...
Save it for the show?
That'll literally last us 7 seconds.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say on that.
Okay, let me...
Let's talk about the Facebook conspiracy.
Oh, are we?
Sure, we can.
I don't really
very
know anything
opinionated
about it.
that.
Where's my little...
I don't know anything about it, though.
Most people don't.
Seeing...
Hey, are people hearing us this time?
Oh,
Huh?
Jesus.
Before we start?
The audio level on the thingy over there is going. Check, check, check,
Oh, yeah,
check.
it is going. It is going.
now.
Well, I don't want to...
Have a repeat of last week?
Yeah. So, aren't you the one that usually gets this thing started
Yeah.
with the music and
Are
all
we
that
ready?
nonsense?
Are you ready?
Have a repeat of last week.
Oh,
Jesus.
no.
Hey, I'm trying to get everything out of the way
now.
That was fun.
Okay, they're
All right.
hearing us. Let's see. Share this thing. All right. Posted. Oh, it was shared on Stuck in Beta. I didn't want to share it on Stuck in Beta. Oh, jeez. Greg.
Way to go, Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Why is it shared to that? Oh.
Change it at the top.
Well, I changed it at the bottom. Oh, jeez.
Jeez, I know.
Posting is good.
It's like you don't know how to use Facebook.
Oh, well, why is that dumb? Okay.
It's been like that for a long time.
They changed it. I used to just change it at the bottom. Okay, now I posted it twice to ours. Okay, are we ready
Are we
to
ready?
start this?
Finally?
Sure. Hello there, and welcome to Stuck in Beta. My name is Greg. With me is Josh and Josh. Hey, fellas.
Hey,
Hi, Greg.
I like it better when you come up with names for us.
Yeah, you haven't done that in a while.
I know.
Get in touch with your creative side.
I need like a script or something that so I could remember stuff. Well, we have like an outline of things to say, but
We spend a half an hour in pre-show prep.
yeah, usually
We don't do any pre-show prep.
No, we don't do any pre-show prep.
You should have seen what happened in this pre-show this week.
If you were watching the
No,
stream.
it wasn't
Oh,
live.
it wasn't live?
Yeah.
What happened in the pre-show?
You were
Really?
making some
You
gestures.
yeah, you were making obscene gestures.
Oh, I do that sometimes. Don't tell Molly.
Good thing Millie doesn't understand what she's hearing.
she can't hear.
She can hear.
Well,
just
yeah,
doesn't
she can
understand.
hear. She can't understand. Well, maybe she can. I don't know. When do babies start understanding like your bad language and you gotta like stop
In the womb.
in the womb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably 2.
About 2. Well,
You
I
need to
mean
stop.
that's
About the time they start repeating.
Yeah.
yeah. They
right.
start. I guess they don't understand. They just start mimicking,
Right.
repeating. So
Yeah,
Well,
so they
all
don't know whether it's good or bad.
All they understand is when they say a bad word, people laugh, so they continue to do
that's
it.
right. I remember one of my kids said bitch a lot.
Where do you get that from?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
I think it
Yeah.
was Caleb. Oh, it was the apartment we lived in. The apartment manager was not a very nice
you
lady.
always called her.
I didn't. His mom did. And yeah. He started saying it.
Well,
It
yeah,
was very clear.
Wasn't there like a word or something that he would say too that
Like
sounded?
her name, I think.
No, but some word that he would say and it would sound just like a curse word as well.
A friend of ours, their kid would say frog, and it sounded like the F word.
Oh, and of course they keep saying,
Yeah.
Hey, what's that little hopping green thing?
Yeah.
And everyone laughs.
What's that video game you play on TV
Yeah.
with the frog?
Oh man,
So you're back to work,
I'm
huh?
back to work. Yeah, that 3 weeks
that
of
called? Paternity leave?
I guess,
right,
but
for him.
it was really I had to use just vacation time, and
Oh, really?
yeah, it didn't get any.
Hospitals suck like that.
Yeah, they don't give you any time.
Huh.
Maybe if it was in Europe or something, maybe they'd get time.
Did you
In
cry on
Sweden?
your first day back? Did you shed a tear when you pulled out of the driveway?
I did. Molly did.
Molly did.
Really?
She's like, I don't want you to go.
Yeah. I don't want to be home alone with
Yeah. No. So yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Did you call home a lot and check?
I've been
Call
coming.
home. You probably texted.
I've been coming home at lunch, so I mean, it's not
You've
like
been doing that for a while. though.
yeah. And since she's home,
You make her cook you lunch.
yeah, I do. I mean, come on.
Well, she better have a meal on the table when you get here, right?
Well, yeah.
Is that the understanding?
That's. I didn't say it. That sounds a little like sexism or something, right? Is that a thing?
No, sexism isn't a thing.
What's wrong with being sexist?
Oh,
Spinal Tap.
So how's everything working out? Back to work and
Everything's good. It's
Yeah.
kind of like just burning the clock because I've only got 2 weeks in here until I move to my
yeah.
new position.
Then you get to deal with
Traffic. I am excited about dealing with traffic.
Do you know what your hours are going to be like?
It'll be kind of the same.
If you can leave up there by 3:30, you're gonna be way better off.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's always the earlier. It's the same from the house. The earlier you leave, the better off you are.
Yeah.
I started something new with my hours. I don't know, a couple weeks or so ago. I've been kind of testing it out where I'll work from home in the morning for a couple hours and then go in around 9. And the traffic is so smooth. I mean, there's like no traffic. It's significantly less. So it's a smooth ride in, and then I just come home at the same time.
Then you come home around 1.
Yeah. And work from home for a couple hours.
Yeah. So you should
right.
try that. Yeah, go in and work around 9 and leave it like 2.
Yeah, I'm
Who
sure
wouldn't
that
want to do
I'm
that?
sure that'll work out just great.
Yeah, tell your boss on the first day. I'll be here at 9 tomorrow.
I keep hearing there is just more and more companies that are okay with telecommuting, but traffic just keeps getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
So where are these companies, and why aren't these people taking advantage of it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't get it.
Yeah, traffic sucks.
It's I don't know. I don't know because I haven't had to drive in traffic for the last 9 years.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you're giving that up?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
That'll be a
So
change.
today is my 18-year work anniversary.
Wow.
With the
18 years.
Same company.
Did you get a gold
18
watch?
years. No, I don't think I get anything special for 18.
Yeah,
20.
wait for 20 or 25.
20 probably I get something significant, but yeah, 18
That's cool.
years ago.
You get
That's
to
crazy.
look through that
It is
book,
crazy.
Yeah.
book and
Yeah.
find a reward or whatever.
They actually have really good stuff.
Has it changed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's significantly better. But yeah, it's just crazy though to think back, like reflect back on it. I was 22 or 23 when I started. You know, it's just
Man.
it's like just taking a job. and
Right.
Look what it has turned into. And I've
Right.
had different jobs along the way, of course, but
At the same place, though.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much the same name is on the paycheck. It's just crazy.
Your name is still on the paycheck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It hasn't
Doesn't have
changed
Lori's
yet.
name?
that seems, yeah.
So you guys, what's the longest? What are you at right now? Years?
Here at 9 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The last one was 12.
Okay.
Wow.
And those are really, before that was 3 at
Yeah. Steak and
Steak and Shake. So really, I've worked at 3 different places
Wow.
in my life.
That's crazy.
I haven't had too many more than that.
Yeah.
How about you?
Even when I'm moving, it's the same company, you know.
Right.
Well, I'm in year 4 now where I am. but the longest I was at the hospital for 10. Well, 13 if you include my part-time time. No.
That's a long time.
Yeah, 13.
I always wonder, like, what it would be like. Like, now it's weird for me to even think, to even consider. It's just like, it's what you know, what you're comfortable with. Like,
Yeah.
You're just like, I made
Sometimes
it.
you got to. Sometimes
I
it's
know.
worth it.
I know. I think that a lot.
They say that it's not worth leaving a job unless your pay raise, if you're doing it for money, if your boss is a jerk, that's one thing. But if you're doing it for money, that pay increase needs to be like 12 or 13%
Oh, yeah. I
to
can
make
see
it
that.
worth it to jump.
Right. But for me, it's like everything is just so, like, I know what to expect, There's no
Yeah. It's all familiar.
surprises,
Yeah.
Sure.
And there's no negatives, really, other than just the drive. The commute sucks. But,
Yeah.
I mean...
But you get a crap ton of vacation, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, like, fringe benefits
Yeah.
that you would have to really sell yourself to negotiate for.
You're going
which,
to say French, weren't you?
Fringe benefits. Brrr.
which is darn near impossible when you get to a certain level.
Well, and part of it is your company is a European company,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I wonder if those benefits are skewed because, is it
Yeah,
the
they
same
are.
benefit package that they give their folks in Europe?
There's some carryover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exact, but yeah, it's similar. But I mean, then there's like just a lot of the flexibility too. There's not a whole lot of places you can go and say, well, yeah, I'm going to try to just work from home for 2 hours a day, and and then I'll go to work and work 6 hours there, and there's not a lot of places you can do that. I don't think, but maybe there are. I don't know. I've been at the same
It
place.
depends
for
on the
18 years.
job. I think, if you look at the market, oh man, that's more, I think, likely in IT fields, maybe. Because like customer service, you got unless you're working from home. I don't
Just
know.
own your own company and do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's it.
Long term.
That's that's what I'd like to do, but I still haven't figured out what company I want to open.
Yeah, we talked about breweries a couple years
Yeah.
ago. We were really big
Breweries.
into that brewing thing.
I still think a tap room would be okay.
Yeah.
We wanted the mini golf course when we
Oh,
when
yeah.
you-
We had big
we were
dreams.
like 17. We're like, ooh, open the mini golf course.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
We were taking notes. We were going mini golf. We were going to, the extreme reaches of the St. Louis area and comparing notes like this one has this one has that.
But then you see the failures of
yeah.
that one, which Lemay Ferry, that tea
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You think that would be a perfect location close to South County, kind of in the, and that failed. I guess it did great at first, but
Yeah.
the owners or whatever let it go to, crap and.
I wonder if that demographic has changed too.
I was thinking the same thing. It's kind of a fad almost.
Yeah.
Like maybe people just kind of got out of that. We were.
See, that's.
It was our generation.
But then again, maybe that's why you gotta tailor it towards an older generation.
craft
You-
beer and mini golf.
Well,
Like
think
he's
about
talked about before, the
Tapcade, the arcade type
Yeah,
breweries,
yeah.
barcade.
barcade or whatever you want to call it. Those are. Well, we went to that for my bachelor party. We went to Start Bar.
Yeah.
That's just a bunch of old arcade games and old consoles
Right.
and beer, and it was packed,
You wouldn't think there'd be that much startup. Well, I mean, you got to buy the games and stuff, and I wonder if it'd be easier.
I wonder if you lease those. If you could get like a
Maybe.
whole bunch of them, lease them. That way.
But if you're looking for old ones, nobody makes the old ones, right?
Well, no, but there may be a company that leases arcade games out for that particular purpose.
Maybe. But then it's all about finding the right spot too.
Because if you have to buy all those, that's a big
Yeah.
amount of money.
Yeah.
Especially them older ones and maintaining those and
Yeah, that'd be difficult.
You got to start small with just like a couple taps
Bush
and a
cans.
Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah. and
Camouflage bush cans.
well, no, I mean you can
Frogger.
you can pick up a bunch of old consoles for real cheap
Well,
and
okay,
some
but
old TVs,
Yeah.
CRT TVs.
So that would
Yeah.
be my question, though. On the consoles, is there any sort of licensing rights that you would have to watch out for, allowing?
Here's what it would be. I think it would fall under the same. Any bar has to have a license to play music,
Right.
So they don't get sued when a band comes in and plays a cover song of Leonard Skinner. They're all covered. All that stuff is
But that's through music.
But wouldn't I would assume it would be similar
for video games?
I don't know. Yeah. Like if I took if we started this and took an Xbox One down there and somebody's playing Call of Duty, could we get nailed by the video game police for not having? Because like Greg said, if you play music, you're supposed to get a special not copyright license, but a license to broadcast music in your facility.
Was it ASCAP or whatever?
ASCAP, yeah. There's a couple of them, and TV's the same way. You pay, if you call Charter and say, "Hey, I want to drop a TV node in this business," you pay more because you theoretically you can broadcast to a group of people.
Yeah, it costs more to put on the Cardinal game or
right,
whatever.
exactly.
Oh.
So I wonder if video games have the same thing. And that would be my worry, is if you'd get your butt nailed. You do this, you spend some money to get started, and it's going good, and then all of a sudden somebody walks in and you have a lawsuit.
But
now
I've
you
never
have
heard of
tons
anything like
fines.
that.
I mean, it wouldn't take much to look into that, though.
Yeah, I've never
don't
really
know.
heard of anything because, all games and stuff, I've never heard of having to have a license.
But those are stand-up console games, like one game per thing, and maybe that's why they're that expensive.
But if you own it, what difference does it make? It's the same. If
I
I
don't know.
own a Miss Pac-Man machine and I own an Xbox, whatever games on each one, I own that,
You own it, but the person playing it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I could see it going either way.
Well, that's
I think it would be an interesting venture. I think you could get started. Throw a couple old couch. We tried auctioning off that one couch you had. We could throw that couch in the in there.
the couch auction
a
episode.
couple old TVs.
We have kicked the idea around for far too long. We should come up with an idea.
I was looking at
a
vacant-
legitimate idea.
at vacant storefronts on Main Street. The other
Listen,
day.
the bar that Beale or
Nope.
33
Yeah.
is that place is down to open like 2 days a week
And they
now.
only take cash, and they don't have hard liquor, or they don't have beer. One of the two.
That
It's weird.
place is on its way out. Now that piece of property
And the
is-
rent can't be that high because they're only open 2 hours a day.
Yeah, that's a good. Well, that's a good piece of property because
It's a huge building. Though.
it's a huge building, but where are you going to put all those games? Where are you going to put all those?
Start small, man.
Okay,
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll just open my basement.
There
up
you go. Yeah.
Make it a club.
Make it
Do
a
it.
club and have people
And
down.
I think you circumvent some rules by doing a club versus an open to the public facility.
oh yeah,
too.
because you can charge. You can actually charge people to come in, so you can give away free beer all night,
Right.
And have
Right.
Right.
I
Admission.
think isn't there a
Club
What is
fee.
it? A nano
Yeah,
brewery
nano breweries are like that. Yeah.
that people run out of their garages or
Yeah.
basement.
Isn't that big in the Pacific Northwest?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't charge for the beer, so they don't have
Right.
to have a beer license.
Right.
yeah,
They just charge for you to be a
Membership
member
fee.
of the club.
Yeah.
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 It's like getting away with smoking in places, like being having a cigar
Okay.
bar or whatever, and charging a club fee to be a part of that, to be in there,
Oh.
getting around that kind of license. Too,
Yeah.
or those restrictions.
Right.
But anyway, hey,
It's a good discussion.
so was this you who had high school reunion game?
No.
No,
Who put that?
it's not high school reunion. So,
What's HS game?
high school game?
Oh,
at Bush.
oh.
There's not the word reunion is not in that.
Yeah, you're right. It is not.
So it was a neat.
Oh, your boy, yeah.
Yeah, pretty neat opportunity over the weekend. So my middle son is on the freshman baseball team, and they have a thing every year. Their school the varsity team plays a game at Busch Stadium after the Cardinals game.
Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't even know that this was going on, but they've been doing it for 12 years, and the way that they continue to do it every year is that they have to sell I think it's like 700 or 800 tickets for the Cardinals game.
Huh.
And then the next year their spot remains. So
The previous year is selling for the next
Right.
year, or the
so from
the
what
current year is selling for the
the next year. So from what I what I understand, there's a limited amount of dates. Obviously, this was a Saturday day game. The Cardinals play first, and then the high school plays after them.
They don't open?
Yeah, well, I think that there are some like that where the high school will play in the early afternoon, like in the summertime, and then the Cardinals play in the evening.
Right.
But I don't know how often that happens. But it was, I didn't really know what to expect. But so what they did is basically at the end of the game, the final out of the Cardinal game, the players start leaving the field, and then my son went down, and the teams and all that went down probably in the 6th inning to a place behind the outfield and got dressed. And then they came out one of those doors where like the Clydesdales come out,
Really?
like, onto the field.
Yeah.
They had a big march, and they walked along the what do you call it, the dirt path, warning track, and then they went out and they got to sit in the dugout. So it was Hillsborough versus Edwardsville, and
they sat in the Cardinals dugout, or
they
or did they sit in the visitors?
I don't know.
Either way, they
were
gotta
on
be
the third base side of Busch Stadium.
Third base is visitor.
That's visitor side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Hillsborough was on the visitor side, and Edwardsville was on the Cardinal side. But anyway, yeah, they were in the dugout. They went out on the field, stretched, warmed up, and all that stuff. But the really cool thing that I didn't realize was going to happen is that like all the cameramen and stuff stick around. So the scoreboard's still going. They do all that camera work. They do replays and all that stuff during the game.
That's cool.
And then
so they actually keep the score and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And then the PA announcer, John Hewlett, so my son is a freshman, and he got to dress out. So all 3 teams dressed out, and then they all got to get called out, from the dugout. So it was number 2, Eli Epley, and he runs out and gives 5 to everybody. It was really neat. But yeah, it was kind of cool how like all the cameras were coming from different angles, and they were showing, the pitching angle, the replays, the first base angle, the balls hit, to the outfield, to the infield. That was pretty impressive. So just the fact that the Cardinals like do something like that, and like these, it's a skeleton crew, obviously.
Sure.
Pretty much Utes. Yeah.
But they have one concession stand open. That was kind of funny. It's like directly behind home plate. But all the parents and everybody there to see the high school game, they all get to go down in the sit in the front row.
So if your tickets are in the right field terrace or whatever way up there, you get to come down. Okay. It's like, I think that's him.
So the weather was absolutely horrible on Saturday. It was, I shouldn't say horrible. It was sunny. But it was so cold. And they said that it was the coldest game ever at Busch. It was 37 degrees at the start of the game, which I find really hard to believe, but I guess, that's what they announced
it hasn't
on the scoreboard.
Been that. I thought we've had snow before, like in the late October games or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know
World
about game
Series,
time, though.
I think a couple World Series games have had snow.
Oh,
either
did they
delay or
say,
moved game.
did they say part of the regular season? Is that maybe?
I don't know. I didn't see the details, but anyway, it was super cold. And then, so we were there for like 7.5 hours. By the end of it, I was shivering so bad that I couldn't even, I couldn't stop it. And the next day I ended up getting sick. I was I had a fever and everything.
Really?
Yeah, it was, It was bad. I don't know what the deal was. It lasted like about 2 days, and I got over it. But I don't know if it was because of being outside in that weather. It was pretty rough. But anyway, it was a cool experience.
Yeah, that sounds really neat.
Maybe next year, because he'll be doing it for hopefully all 4 years in high school. So maybe next year you guys can come.
That'd be cool.
I didn't even know you were selling tickets.
I really didn't understand the details behind it, and I'm kind of looking ahead as we got closer. I was like, the weather's going to be terrible. I'm not even going to try to ask anybody to come to this.
Yeah, today 76.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that was neat.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. You guys want to get to snack and
sure. Let me unlock the soundboard.
Right, I'll get the beer ready too.
Man, he is he must be hungry. It's only 24 after.
He wants to go play with Millie.
It's close enough.
Cashews, almonds, macadamia nuts, lilac, pecans too. Pistachios, up to know the tricks.
You tripped on one of your extension cords, didn't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. I saw it swinging, and you take a hitch.
Did you play a theme while I was
I
gone?
played the Peanuts.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have peanuts today, but I saw, you know how I like limited time type snacks. And I like Doritos.
Yeah, these were the chips that my son actually requested to have at that Cardinal game.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you may have had these.
I
then.
did not.
Limited time. These are from Doritos Poppin' Jalapeno. So I don't know if they're like jalapeno poppers or just like a jalapeno Dorito.
Man, this makes me nervous.
Why does it make you nervous?
They're not going to do anything that hurts anybody. They'd get
Man.
sued.
The hot stuff is always hot coming out.
Like Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
I try to stay away from that kind of stuff.
These are good.
Tastes like a Dorito with a little bit of a zing.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
They're good.
That's a big bag.
Well, it's a Sam's bag. That's where I saw it.
They're good. The thing about Doritos, though, for me, is like I can brush my teeth and like I can still taste them. That taste does not leave your tongue.
So, yeah, you're right. It just never goes away. Mm-hmm. And you have that stinky breath, too. Everyone loves when you whisper to them after eating Doritos.
I don't whisper to that many people.
No, I don't either.
Well,
Craig's a whisperer.
Yeah.
I'm a whisperer.
Hey,
We have a friend that's a close talker.
Breath stink.
at work he comes. Hey, did you need some help?
Hey, I had onions for lunch. So Molly, she does a thing with Doritos, like the regular ones. She has them with mustard,
Ew.
and it's not as bad as I thought.
No, I can imagine that I've probably had that happen in the past, like with brats or hot dogs or something, and just mustard gets on a
Dorito, and you're like, well, yeah.
yeah, fine. He doesn't mix anything though.
No, see, there's a thing I do, and she thinks it's weird, and probably most people do. I like peanut butter on Doritos.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it would be bad, but how does that come about?
Well, you know how they have those cheese crackers with peanut butter in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I wonder how peanut butter tastes on a Dorito. It's basically a cheese crispy thing.
How old were you when you tried this?
Oh, I did this, I don't know, probably teenage years. Yeah.
Huh.
How did Molly come about the mustard on her Doritos?
She was just like, here, try this. And she had mustard. She was eating them with mustard.
No, I mean, but
she was pregnant at the time, though, too.
Oh, so she just like recently started that? It wasn't a.
I think she's kind of always done that.
But maybe it was like an accidental thing. At some
Yeah, I
point
don't
or
know.
like-
I don't know the origin story of her.
Oh, tell us the origin story.
Mustard Dorito. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like she got struck by lightning and then all of a sudden she could taste the power of mustard on a Dorito. I don't know.
All right.
So I do have a beer which actually kind of pairs in a way. So
Oh, man. You're Greg.
sorry. That was a crunch.
Yeah.
So today we have Huck Finn's Habanero Apricot Wheat. This is from Mark Twain Brewing
Hannibal?
in Hannibal, Missouri.
Ding, ding, ding.
So
Where'd you
know-
find this?
I found this at... Oh, crap.
fridge.
Where did I find it?
I thought it would have been something special.
Hannibal?
No. It was one of those where I found it at one
Side
of
of
the
the
beer
road?
shops. Yeah, on the side of the road. Actually, I saw a unopened Bud Light on the side of the road, and I'm like, oh, well.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Was it the orange?
It wasn't the orange.
After that baseball game on Saturday, we went out to dinner, and we went to Fraley's in South County.
Yeah. That's the one there at Butler Hill?
Yeah, which I don't know
Yeah.
if I'll go back there again.
It's gone downhill.
Yeah. I could go on and on about my mushung-like experience that I had there, but I won't. But the beer of the day was Bud Select. And I'm like, what the heck?
Beer of the day.
Yeah, they have that every day. They have a beer of the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
$2.
We go there Fridays for Bud Ice. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it was a really high alcohol back in the day. You only needed a few of them. So I was like, I'll take a Bud Select. Oh, my God. It just tasted awful. And the funniest thing was, so Lori ordered one, too. She takes a drink of hers, and she's got that, like, that look on her
Skunk
face.
beer.
Yeah, and it was funny because it was... A few years ago, she wouldn't have touched a craft beer, but now her palate is so mature.
Or do you think the lines were stinky and it was causing the beer to be off?
Could have been
flavor?
that, too.
The what?
If the lines that they pour
Was it
out
draft or bottle?
No. It was bottled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was totally fine. I mean, it tasted like Bud Select. It's just it tasted awful because we've been used to drinking, like, really
beer.
good
Flavor.
quality craft beer.
Hey,
Yeah.
Molly says when she was a kid, she had a babysitter who had us try the mustard on a Dorito. She says it's delicious. So anyone, try that. So
This is
here it is. Oh, here it says malty and sweet on the front with heat from habanero peppers on the finish.
It smells fruity to me.
The sweetest from the apricots tames the spice. Sweetness. I can't
It
read.
smells like a cider.
It's actually, yeah.
Tastes like a cider.
No. I
No?
don't- Do you think so?
you're wrong.
No,
I don't think so. It does have some heat in the back end, though.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
And I'll have some heat in the back end as well.
What do you mean?
Jalapeno Doritos and habanero beer. So I was looking at this place. Have you guys ever been to this brewery? Well, we ought to take a road trip out to Hannibal, and
Let's do it.
it's got a lot of little
Can you take the train there? I think I
Yeah,
remember taking
I think
the train
so.
as a kid there.
from Kirkwood.
Yeah?
Ooh, boy, that is some spicy
Yeah, it's
beer.
pretty hot.
It's just a little place, but they have like burgers and chicken wings.
Kind of
and-
a long trip to just go for lunch.
well, I know, but then you could. Well, I don't know what else is there in Hannibal.
I'm sure there's some sort of Mark Twain tour.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Samuel Clemens. Those wings look good.
Yeah.
So did either of you end up at Main and Mill and have the Samoa beer?
I did.
Did you?
I didn't get there yet.
Jerk. But it's probably gone.
Why is that a jerk?
I'm sure it's gone now because whenever I went and had it, the lady said they were down to a keg's worth.
Now, was that the brunch stout or the Samoa?
Oh, you're right. That might have been the brunch.
Yeah,
stout.
because we went Saturday and they were out of brunch, but she said they had quite a
Okay.
bit of Samoa left.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's a very unique beer.
Yeah,
You brought
tastes
the.
just
You
like
got a
Samoa.
growler of the brunch stout, but I don't
I
see a
wanted to
growler of
Listen.
brunch stout here.
I wanted to bring it over. I didn't feel good about driving it back and forth to work. So I should have brought it over like
You should have
last
worked
night.
from home.
Oh yeah, I should have. That would have been a good excuse. Hey, I got to deliver this beer. Yeah, that Samoa tasted exactly like a Girl Scout cookie. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's crazy.
was very, very good.
It's got the coconut and all
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
real heavy coconut.
But and then Lori, like I think I told you guys, like we are with chocolate and mint. She's
Yeah.
that way with chocolate and coconut, and it smells exactly like the Samoa too.
Yeah.
And she took a sniff of it and was like, "Oh no!"
I thought you didn't like coconut too.
No, I like coconut.
coconut and chocolate.
Man, maybe I'm thinking of Lori because you
Yeah,
and
oh,
Lori
she-
kind of look the same.
Yeah.
I'm a lucky man.
Maybe that's why Annette looks at Lori funny.
Sorry, Lori, that was just a joke. She's not listening.
Why do you think it's an insult to her?
No.
No.
He's not going to go any
He's
further.
flustered now.
Yeah.
He's either going to make me mad or Lori mad.
Yeah. I've made you mad several times. I don't care about you.
That's funny.
So, yeah, ought to go out there, try some of their beers because this one's pretty good. I'm
It's hot.
hot. It's hot. It's
gonna be
tasty,
interesting later.
and there's a little bit more left if you want some.
Sting later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the show title.
it's gonna sting later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'll-
All right, I'll put that in here. Did you guys hear? Okay, there's a show on HBO called Westworld.
Oh!
I'm sure you all heard of that.
Yeah.
I
They
only
came
have,
out with a fake trailer, didn't they? For season 2?
I don't know if they came up with a fake trailer.
They did.
I've
but-
only watched one
There's
episode.
a lot of nudity in that show.
You say that every single time it gets brought
It's an
up.
HBO show. That's
There
kind
is
of the
a
thing.
lot of nudity in that show.
It's robot nudity though, so
But
it's
they're
okay.
humans. It's not like it's robot. I mean,
They're robot humans.
it's humans playing
they're
as robot
androids.
humans, and there is a lot of robot nudity in that show.
So anyway, Jonathan Nolan, who's like a writer, he had a Reddit AMA, Ask Me Anything. I guess it was either yesterday or the day before, and he was going through questions and stuff, and then he said that they're thinking of putting out a whole, like, basically a video, a synopsis of like what's going to happen in the season, like
Yeah,
a blueprint.
They did it.
Had they put that out already?
Yes.
Did that happen today?
2 days ago, 3 days ago.
No, then that isn't it yet. Because this was
There's something out there about season 2 that shows like spoilers and everything.
I'll look it up.
This just came out the other day.
Doot, like breaking news.
Yeah.
Just came out.
So that goes to basically they're like, if anyone
That first video, Josh.
basically he says he wants, I don't know if he wants theories to go away, but he wants, if people want to know what's going to happen, here, watch this video. If you don't, well, don't watch it, you know?
Yeah, it's a 15-minute video about season 2.
This is 25 minutes.
There you go. I can't see that far.
And that was, see,
Read the article, Josh. See when it was released.
Geez. The article was released on April 10th, so yesterday.
okay, so then that maybe,
What?
well, you said a couple days ago, and I said that couldn't be because it was just posted
So I'm
a
probably
couple
right.
days ago. No, you're right. Yeah, if
Okay.
that's true. So, pretty crazy.
Yeah, it references that Reddit AMA that you
Okay.
were just talking about.
Huh?
So it's pretty interesting. Now, if you're into a show, okay, what's a show that?
Big Bang Theory.
Well, I mean, that's not really a spoiler type
Walking
show.
Dead, I guess.
Game of Thrones.
I mean, would you guys watch it? Or you guys aren't into Westworld, right?
I watched like half the season.
I
might
there
watch
was so
it
much
someday.
nudity, I turned it off.
I liked it, but I can see it's
Where
one
the
of those.
nudity would turn you off.
It's one of those shows where I heard that you're probably better binge watching it than watching it when it releases. It's
Really?
kind of a slow burn if you're watching week to week to week, and it's kind of it's
Forget
not as
key parts, I guess.
it's not as bad if you're watching it more closely together.
Okay.
But it's a show I watch, and for me, I kind of like I say that with trailers too. I like the surprise and
yeah.
all that. You know, it's like a present that's wrapped up. I don't when I was a kid, I didn't go looking for Christmas presents that were hidden
I did.
because I didn't want to know. I want to be surprised. You know, that's part of the fun.
I will admit, as I was binge watching Game of Thrones, I went and read a couple different like wikis to find out. Not necessarily. My goal wasn't to necessarily find out what happened, but a little bit of backstory. And in the process, I read what was coming.
Yeah.
And I can't say I was disappointed because, to me, reading what happens and visually seeing what happens is two different things.
Does it ruin the enjoyment?
I don't think. To me, no. I don't think so.
This just happened to me. So we still watch The Walking Dead,
I've
and
heard it's awful.
I'm like
This is
3
fine.
episodes behind because we're like,
oh man, I can't give you this. I can't discuss this with. Okay,
I-
well here I'll just leave it at this. So
Everyone
I
dies.
mistakenly saw this article, came across my like Google feed or whatever. It didn't appear to be like directly related to an episode. I thought it was more like kind of a behind the scenes type thing. And whenever I clicked on it, it immediately said like who died in this latest episode. And I was like, oh man. And I like just stopped reading it. I was not wanting to read it for that information. I thought there was something else tied to it that caught my attention. And then so going into the show, I knew who it was. And it's probably not that big of a surprise with the lead up of the storyline, but it was like, Heck, it did kind of take something
Yeah.
away, I think.
Well, I watched some of the reality shows, and I've been where I've opened up. Survivor used to be a lot more popular,
Yeah.
and so they'd post it on news feeds and stuff. If you didn't get to watch it that night, and you opened up your news feed and you saw, hey, so this is the Survivor champion, I'm like, son of a bitch, because it's like a 2-hour episode that you're kind of looking, oh, who's gonna win? It's competition and all that. It's kind of it's a different kind of spoiler,
right?
But
yeah, because there's a lot of build up though, where there's almost like a bracketed system, right?
Right.
There's team against team,
Yeah.
and then it just whittles down further and further. And if you know who wins, it's not even worth watching
It
at all.
kind of it's like, oh well, shit, you can't root for anyone or
Speaking of HBO, have you watched the Andre the Giant documentary that came out last night?
No.
What is it called?
I don't know. I Am Andre?
I Am
maybe?
Andre
Something
or I
like
Am
that.
Me?
But I've read
That's on HBO.
several stories about it over the last year, and man, it sounds just really, really interesting.
I thought that there was a documentary about him years ago that came out because he died quite a long time ago,
I
right?
remember probably being in 4th grade, 5th grade. So
Really?
late 80s.
Oh wow.
1993,
Oh, that's close.
January 27th.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I was a little older than that.
He
Huh. How old was he?
7'4". Well, I don't want to do the.
He was born in 46. So yeah, I mean, I've heard stories of like he could just down a case of beer
Yeah.
in
Oh,
seconds.
Well, if you ever look up picture, build weight 520 pounds, man.
Jeez.
Big boy.
If you ever want to see like just size comparison, look up a picture, search for Andre the Giant holding a can of beer,
Oh yeah.
and it looks like
Yeah.
you know
like a
those
thimble.
mini cans or whatever. No, okay, yeah. You're a little late there.
I know. I was trying.
And it's just crazy how
And they said he was like a bull. Once he got drunk, it took a lot to get him drunk. But once he got drunk,
it looks
they
like
said
a
it was
teeny
ridiculous.
It,
Oh,
look-
man.
it looks ridiculous.
That has to be an edited video or picture. I mean,
The can?
well, this picture that Greg has, it's a side by side of a normal human and Andre the Giant's hand. That looks weird to me.
I don't know. Well, it's from a Snopes article.
Oh,
Well-
this right here? Is this what you're
No.
looking at? No.
It was Andre holding a beer next to a guy.
It is true. Photograph shows Andre the Giant holding a 12-ounce can of beer. True.
Huh.
So there you go.
Yeah, that dude was a big dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like in his palm, like totally.
Yeah.
And those fights between him and Hulk Hogan were epic.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That's when,
That's when wrestling was real.
Yeah. That's right.
That was some real.
Remember the
stuff.
Saturday morning cartoon of the where they had the wrestling, the Junkyard Dog, and
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. They had all of them.
I do
I
remember
can't
that.
remember what they actually did, if they solved the mysteries or what. but
Gosh, yeah, that's a good question.
They probably fought Ric
What is
Flair.
it called?
I don't know. It was something wrestling, WrestleMania. I don't know.
Yeah, man, he was
I-
huge.
So,
What?
I can't find it.
well, I was gonna move on to an interesting
okay.
thing that I saw. If you,
Yeah.
I found this article that was kind of interesting about internet services that like what they are now. Like they
Okay.
used to be huge and what they are now.
Okay.
Okay, like MySpace, for example.
Yeah.
Huge. I mean, everyone had. Well, you never did.
I never did.
Huge.
It. I mean, it.
Did you
everyone.
have a MySpace page?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Everyone had their.
I didn't
well,
either.
yeah. Okay. So, I did, and a lot of the world did
Single
at that
people.
time. Yeah, maybe that.
It was a booty call site
Yeah.
for a while, right?
I'm not gonna say anything. But
Your wife is listening?
so no, you had that page of like bunch of GIFs and stuff. You had hacked it so it would look all neat and had music playing and all that. It was very kiddie, really, basically. But now it's kind of a dump site where there's they have some like news that isn't quite relevant anymore. And
Justin Timberlake buy MySpace?
Yeah.
Well,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
did he?
Yeah.
Because I remember it.
He was trying to turn it into a big music site.
Yeah, now it says it's a poorly designed combination of Spotify and e-news. It's hard to tell if regular people even use this site anymore, since every celebrity's page is filled with spam links and budding musicians promoting their mixtapes the way pilot fish hang around the sharks. Okay. It's supposed to be funny.
So Justin Timberlake bought it in 2011, but then Time Incorporated bought it in 2016.
Interesting.
So wasn't he... Oh, no, he played...
he played the guy that started Napster.
which is funny. That was the next thing I was going to talk about. Napster. Remember Napster?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, I just sent that comedian to you
that
about
was hilarious.
the... Did you get to
Yeah.
watch that?
Yeah.
He goes, you don't know the horrors of
Right.
we had of downloading music, and you'd set it to download a song, you'd go to school or work, come back the next day, and then it'd be some horse porn or something.
And the times that it would screw with you.
Yeah.
4 minutes remaining. 59 hours remaining.
3 days. Yeah. I remember when we... Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Whenever we lived in that apartment.
When we lived in the apartment, they didn't have... This was dial-up still.
Yeah.
I go, Josh, don't use the phone this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend.
I'm trying to download something.
Trying to download this album.
No, I can't remember what I was
it was-
downloading. No. It may have been like
Before then.
it may have been Office or something at the time, but
Oh, a movie?
no, the
Software.
software.
Oh.
But yeah, but now, so Napster, yeah, you used to download music, and then it got in big trouble, and now I don't even know if it's still around. But
It's another music service.
It's another music service, but I don't know how they compete with
Spotify,
Spotify,
Pandora.
Apple,
Yeah.
Pandora, Google. That's still
Napster.com.
there.
Yep.
Apparently, people are using it, but
Yep.
I don't get it. Now, did you ever have an ICQ account?
No.
Remember that? That was
Yep.
that was chat before
Sure
before what? AIM, I guess, was
Yeah.
the next big one, or Yahoo Messenger.
No, I think AIM was around at the same time, wasn't it?
Maybe. But yeah, your username was always like a real long number, and I could never remember mine. And I found my number like a couple of years ago. I found like an old paper that had written down somewhere, but I couldn't remember my password for anything. And then the old email that was associated with it was long gone.
Yeah, I spent many hours on ICQ.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a few others here, but the others I don't really. Neopets, I don't.
Neopets, nah.
Yeah, I was never into that. And Photo Bucket,
That's still around, isn't it?
I guess so.
That site Flickr was pretty popular
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
and that's-
Until Yahoo bought them.
Yahoo bought them, and then it became kind of lame.
And yeah, that was partially because of SBC's relationship with Yahoo. Then you could get Flickr for free, and then it was just a dumping ground for shit. I'm sorry, bad photos.
Bad photos.
Poor
Well,
quality.
and then people were doing where you'd have linked to a photo bucket on their website, like a picture. Then you'd go to this website a couple of years later, and it'd have like a. You don't have the bandwidth, or it wouldn't have the right picture there.
Yeah.
So, yep. But space like that isn't as rare as it is today now.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, did you do any TV watching, movie watching?
Roseanne.
Man, I have yet to see an episode of that.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, the last two I watched last night's. The third episode, I thought I think
good.
that was the funniest
Yeah.
one I've seen so far. I mean, it's really laugh out loud funny. I hate to say that, but it is.
The kids say LOL.
Yeah, I don't say that. I don't do that.
I'll have to find a service that
ROTFO, whatever.
I'll have to find a service that'll allow me to download that.
It's over the air.
Yeah, it's on ABC.
I need to set. Well, I don't have it set to record, so I need to go back and see the last episode.
I wonder if ABC.com will let you stream it.
Probably.
Like old ones. Let's check that out.
Try that. I saw the new Molly and I. It was our
Diego?
first. It was our first night, like date night since Millie's been around.
Oh yeah.
The in-laws watched Millie for really it was a few hours. We went to dinner and a movie. We saw the movie A Quiet Place.
Oh, that scary one.
Yeah, which John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he actually wrote the movie, and it's his wife too, Emily Blunt. It's hard to really say because they kind of jump into the movie, like you kind of daze into whatever outbreak or whatever, but you end up getting the impression they have to be quiet. If they make any kind of noise, something will come grab you and kill you or whatever.
Huh.
And it was actually a really good movie. I was surprised because you think, oh, this is just going to be some sort of dumb little horror movie, but man, it was a good movie.
Good as in scary good or good, just good movie?
Scary,
Like a
well,
thriller more?
thriller,
Yeah.
thriller, very good thriller type movie. Yeah, not Michael Jackson thriller, but it was really good.
Huh.
What's Showbox, Caleb? What is he talking about?
Oh, yeah. He has this free. I don't know if it's free. He probably shouldn't be
illegal.
talking about it. But he's able to watch like anything and everything that he wants.
Oh yeah, we can't really talk about illegal
Don't
stuff.
condone that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's illegal. I mean,
I'm sure it's probably shut down in a few places. What was that other one? What was the one Popcorn or you remember that?
you've had so many over the years. It's like every time I get
You mean
just-
Greg's friend?
Yeah, that friend of yours had so many over the years. Every time I get used to one,
Something will change.
oh no, I use this now.
They take it down.
What were those? All those. God, what were they called back then? What were?
Streaming sites?
Yeah, but you had a name for them, like. Or
Oh,
your
back in the
friend
day,
did.
back in the day, torrents. Is that what you're
Torrents,
talking
yeah.
about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
it's just a way of downloading.
Yeah,
So
okay.
basically,
It's a way to go jail.
so
Oh.
no, torrents in themselves. It's not illegal. It's you are.
It's like a drug
Justifying
dealer.
it, yeah.
No.
Having weed in your pocket isn't illegal.
You can download Linux distributions, all
You're
sorts of
right,
software
you're right.
over as a torrent. Torrents are you're basically downloading a piece from different people, and it's so everyone is sharing at the same time.
And when you got in trouble was when you were seeding or doing some of the
yeah, when
sharing.
you were sharing,
Right.
So yeah. But I mean, obviously, if you're getting something legal, it's not anything wrong. If you're downloading The Sopranos, you may get a letter from HBO. Okay. Now I've got a legal.
You got a friend who.
No, I've got HBO, so I don't use
You
anything
got
like
HBO
that.
Go is what you're saying.
Yeah,
HBO now.
I don't have any of that.
So tell us about those letters your friend got back in the day.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. So like
Is this Bill?
yeah, Bill, yeah. I think his name was Bill. He'd say from his ISP, he'd get letters saying you downloaded this particular episode. Please knock it off.
Was it from a production company though?
Oh, sometimes it'd be from Fox.
Oh,
Sometimes it'd be from HBO.
I only remember like 2 instances.
Now
of
this
Bill.
was back when Bill was like in his mid 20s.
He
Bill
thought-
has been really good since
That's
then.
like 30 years ago.
He thought he was invincible.
Yeah.
They're not gonna find
Can't
me.
find me, cover.
I tell you what, UV Spider.
Tell you what,
UV Spider is my favorite place
I've
to
bought some
buy
movies off
movies.
that now.
It's pretty cheap. It's like cheaper than renting. You
Yeah.
know, you're like, okay, I could either rent the movie for $3 or buy the movie and I'll own it for $4 or sometimes even less.
Right. Depending on the movie. New releases are a little bit more
Like
expensive.
Captain Phillips was one that Molly, we saw it and Molly was like, hey, I've never seen that. And I'm like, hey, it is a good movie. Let me.
Yeah.
And I found it like for $2.50 on there. They give you the code. You punch it into your Movies Anywhere app.
See, I get
And
the ones that are through Google Play Store.
Yeah, well, whichever is the
Yeah.
cheapest is what I find. And then it goes across iTunes, Amazon. It's on all the ecosystems. So
And
yeah,
that's legit, huh?
it's legit.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So we're about out of show, aren't we?
We are.
Out of time.
You guys have any other things you want to
I'm
mention?
excited for Avengers,
Yeah.
even though it's like 2 weeks away. Right?
When is it? May?
No.
May
They
5th?
moved it to April 27th.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's not 420. That's
No.
Thought it was May 4th.
It was, and then they moved it
Okay.
because Solo's out that
Oh,
weekend,
that's
I
right.
think.
really. Oh, so
There's
that's
a new
weird. Why they would even try to?
There's a new Solo trailer out, too.
Yeah, that came
Yeah.
out the other day.
What was that?
I don't know.
my shoe.
That's a
Oh.
shoe.
Sorry.
So, guys, it's been fun. Go find us on the social networks.
ICQ.
On ICQ and MySpace, you could find us. No, really, we need a plant on our set.
No, Miss Obermeyer, we don't need a plant. We would kill it.
Well, if someone wants to donate a plant,
Oh, no, you shouldn't have said that.
really,
Now I'm going to have to come home with a plant.
it's as long as it's. Never mind. It's a legal plant.
Yeah.
So anyway, check us out every week here on Facebook Live. Find our Stuck in Beta page. Also, listen to our podcast. Go in your car on your commute. When you have to go through traffic like I am, what do you think I gotta listen to? Podcasts, of course.
You're gonna listen to us, right?
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, I remember me saying that. So I personally listen on Google Play, but you may have an iPhone. Check out on iTunes or
Google Play works on iPhone, don't it?
probably, or you could get it through iTunes. iTunes, you can review us too. Give us 5 stars on there.
Share with your friends, more
and say,
importantly.
hey, we're awesome. And Stitcher's another one, but I don't know how many people actually use that. So, there we are. It's been a show, and I think it's been great. It's very spicy.
What?
It's been a spicy show.
Spicy
what-
show. What?
Why did you say that?
Because we've been...
Beer and the
Yeah, but okay. He said it is very spicy. I was like, what are you? Never mind.
Well, that's what I was referring to.
End of the show.
You could have just put the... Okay, do it.